So besides the obvious mods like Mega Jugs, Juggy Physics, and let's talk about some of the first mods that we'll see for Starfield during its first week of release, and a couple that will inevitably make their way to the game. It wouldn't be a Bethesda game without a Day 1 mod that seeks to fix many issues that the official Day 1 patch doesn't fix. Maybe a main quest gets bugged out, or certain weapons make the player explode if they talk to a certain NPC while it's equipped, or something crazy like that. Before the end of launch week, this mod will be the most important mod on the Nexus. And make sure you keep an eye out for it, because the unofficial patch mod is going to fix many game issues that Bethesda fails to fix themselves. If the leveling system or respec system is cumbersome, costly, or otherwise annoying, a simple leveling mod will be among the first mods we see. In that same vein, the freedom to change our character around as we like, or if we get a different build idea we want to try without starting a new character from scratch, is very important to some players like myself, especially those who love to experiment with builds. I believe it was Todd Howard who talked about how characters are meant to have an individual experience, and to see what other factions had to offer in a playthrough, we would have to start a new character. Because of this rigidity, it makes sense that skill points and respecking those points would be something that wouldn't be allowed to change also. This is of course to preserve a character's individuality in a game world sense. Some people like experimenting with builds, and a respec mod will be among the first mods we have available, and it will most likely be an instant download for May. Shooting guns is going to be what players spend most of their time doing in Starfield, so naturally gun mods are going to be among the first mods we see pop up. The first wave will most likely be direct ports from your favorite games, or even from already existing Fallout 4 mods. Modders will create their own futuristic weapons or even older classic weapons with their own look and sounds. I'm currently not a fan of how clunky some of the weapons we've seen so far are, so I'm very much looking forward to these inevitable vanilla weapon reskins. Besides direct ports of guns, modders will absolutely create weapon parts for the crafting system, although what we might see are tweaks to vanilla weapon parts and the ability to apply special characteristics to those weapons. This is of course assuming that weapons in Starfield will even have special characteristics like enchantments from Skyrim or legendary buffs from Fallout 4. I'm not sure if or how they would even apply those types of buffs to their weapons, but we won't know for sure until we get more details from Bethesda. Directly after weapons, of course, would be body and armor mods. I fully expect the body mods from Skyrim and Fallout to make an appearance in Starfield. My personal favorite is like BBBY or something like that, and the standard array of armor and clothing that are created with that mod in mind. And then of course, modding the crafting of these items in the same way that would be done for weapons. However, I hope that the modders have a way to make the clothing move more naturally, instead of being stiff plastic Barbie clothes. Mods that we'll see within the first month are next. Since Starfield has systems that we've never seen in Bethesda games before, it makes sense that mods for them will take a little longer to pop up. Ship parts and adjustments to the ship customization system will be very important. I'm not sure how copyrighted content will be handled, but modders are absolutely going to try and recreate parts from famous sci-fi ships. Star Trek, Star Wars, Firefly, Battlestar Galactica, and any other sci-fi movie or show with a spaceship someone likes is going to find its way into Starfield. Aside from those, we might also see custom spaceships that have parts that will work with the spaceship parts in vanilla Starfield, that make those ships look even cooler than they might already. Sleek black parts, different colored exhaust flames, and maybe even different weapon effects that can be applied to the weapon systems. I'm actually really excited to see what modders do with this system in Starfield. Sticking with the creative side of the game, the next obvious mod category would be for the base building. From changing resource generation rates and base limits to creating new base pieces and structures, the mods for this section will be crazy. I really hope that the Fallout 4 mod that created self-governing settlements finds its way into Starfield, if your NPCs don't actively improve the base without your input anyway. I really like the idea of NPCs running around and improving things themselves after you've given them a general direction to take. But most of this advanced stuff will completely depend on what the base building system looks like in the first place. Maybe the NPCs will already function autonomously and there won't be a need for a settlements type of mod in Starfield. And finally, of course, are the mods that YouTube will demonetize channels for. That some creators lock behind paywalls and "you must be older than 18" buttons. While some body and armor mods will absolutely belong in this category, it might be worthwhile to set up review videos for these types of mods on a different platform. I'm interested in doing mod reviews since it would be pretty fun, and it would give me a reason to play multiple characters through the different branching stories. Who knows? But for now, that's about all for my mod speculation. Let me know what you think in the comments below and what mods you're looking forward to the most after Starfield officially launches. Like the video if you liked the video, dislike it if you disliked it, and until next time, I'm Space Coconut, and you're welcome.